The Steam Deck is considered the better device, and yet some people feel like much of the community is practically ignoring it. Unfortunately, that's not a contradiction, it's the uncomfortable truth behind this comparison, and it's exactly what most videos leave out. Let's start with what's obvious on paper: the hardware. The Xbox Ally wins here. More power, 1080p, 120Hz with VRR. AAA titles run better, compatibility is nearly universal. Game Pass, Fortnite, Battlefield, everything works without any extra steps. Sounds like everything every gamer wants. If you just want to play whatever you want without checking whether a game runs on SteamOS, this is exactly the right device for you. But the Steam Deck wins elsewhere, specifically in ergonomics, battery life, the operating system, and the trackpads, a point that's massively underestimated. If you play MMOs, strategy games, or Sims, trackpads aren't a feature, they're a necessity. Without them, entire genres simply play worse on a handheld. The Steam Deck feels different in your hands. It's rounder, more refined, almost like it was truly designed for long gaming sessions. Up to 50% more battery life than the competition, at least according to the community. But then comes the point that completely shakes up this comparison. The Steam Deck is barely available to buy. It's been sold out for months. In some regions, it isn't even available at all. Used units in Europe now cost over $700 for a device that originally retailed for $550. In reality, you simply can't buy a Steam Deck at that original price right now. And that's exactly where the community's recommendation changes. Because the original ROG Ally Z1 Extreme, not the Xbox Ally but the original, can be found used or open box for around $300 to $450. And this is where things get interesting. The most common recommendation from experienced users isn't buy the deck, and it isn't buy the Ally. It's buy the Ally Z1 Extreme and install SteamOS or Bazzite on it. Stronger hardware with the better operating system. That's the sleeper deal barely any review is talking about loudly enough right now. So make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Of course, the Ally has weaknesses too. SD card issues are very well known in the community. The ergonomics don't quite reach the level of the Steam Deck. And Windows on handhelds is still clunky, poor touch navigation, and no real console-like experience. At least that's how many users see it. According to them, the Steam Deck also isn't really recommendable because many multiplayer titles like Fortnite, Call of Duty, or EA games often don't run at all on SteamOS. So if those are the games you mainly play, you're buying the wrong device. But is that really true? So what's the real conclusion? Two devices built for different kinds of people. The Deck is for someone who values comfort, OS quality, and battery life, and can actually buy one. The Ally is for someone who prioritizes performance, compatibility, and flexibility, and is willing to tinker a bit themselves. So which device are you using right now, and would you still buy the same one today? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe.